I'm here with Courtney Wolf. She's absolutely incredible. She is the queen of color. Does anybody call you that?
Only once on the news.
Okay. It hit me, and I was like, here we are, queen of color. So she color matches people, makes them look fabulous in everything. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so I own House of Color Ponte Vedra, and what it is personalized color analysis. So what that means is kind of the process of using your individual unique features to bring everything into harmony. So that means
she always looks this good, by the way. I'm like, her earrings, I'm trying to look at her without staring and being a creep, but everything, her accessories, and obviously she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
But it is like your flowers kind of frame your face. Is that on purpose?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And I didn't mention it until I got on here because I was like, I'm going to ask her about this. Yeah, your makeup, your hair, and this is top to bottom color analysis.
Yes. And so it's definitely like clothing is typically the biggest thing that people kind of come for, right?
Okay.
Because we know that certain clothes are just going to look better for, number one, your undertones.
Yeah.
What your undertones are, it's actually a layer of cells underneath your skin tone that have more of either a yellow hue or blue hue. And they kind of work together with like your complexion. Yes.
Yellow or blue?
Yep.
Those are
yellow
our
or
colors.
blue. Yep. That's what we're working with.
Can you tell by looking at me?
No.
Oh.
So it's really,
am I a yellow or a blue?
I know.
My personality's a yellow, so maybe.
Maybe. It's really in the process, though, of comparison, right? So we're going to try different colors in an analysis of, okay, does this look better or does this look better, right? And we're really just going down this journey to determine what type of colors look very best on you, right? That's how we get to your season of the 4 seasons.
Yes. And if you don't follow her on social media, after this video, you have to follow her. I watch her stuff every day. Every day, I'm like, wow. Because she sits there and then she does this. I don't know, what is that called?
Oh, yes. I don't know what the video is.
It's like a before and after, but it's a video. And it's like, we thought she was this, but she's this. And you're like, oh, she's an autumn. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. But all I know is I'm like, there's autumn, there's winter, there's spring.
And summer.
Yeah. So there's 4 seasons. Yes. And there's 4 blocks of color, maybe? I don't know how to explain it.
So the 4 seasons, and so they really just, again, they come down to how colors categorized by the qualities, right? So, for example, autumn is what I am, and it is going to be our colors that are warm and they're also blended. Yeah.
Let me show you the color wheel.
So, autumn is going to be warm and blended. So the qualities of these colors is that they're really earthy, they're vibrant, but again, they're more yellow based, right? So they're going to have more yellow than blue in them. Spring, on the other hand, is going to be warm and bright. So still more yellow than blue, but again, they have this bright, this clarity to them. I like to show you on the actual drapes themselves, right? But you can see how fun, they're really splashy, great pops of color. And then we have our bottom half are going to be cool tones. So they're going to have more blue than yellow. Winter is going to be our cool and bright. So again, these are kind of what we call like royalty colors, or a lot of times you'll see these as like news anchor colors because they're very pop, they're very bold, very clear. And then summer is going to be cool and blended. So these colors are very soft. All of our really pretty. You can see pinks and blues, lots of options.
So what I just noticed, because I have no idea what I am. I have not done this. I will do it one day. But what I noticed is I've always, what was it? Someone said you can't wear red, you can't wear pink, you can't wear this. I'm looking at the wheel and I'm like, wait a minute, there's pink in every single category.
Yes. And actually, True Red it sits right in the middle of our color wheel. So it harmonizes with every single season. So True Red is actually going to be one of the most universally flattering colors because it doesn't need blue or yellow, right? So all of these are going to be mixed with yellow. All of these are going to be mixed with more blue. And True Red is going to sit right there, right? And so that's why it's going to be really flattering on any and every individual.
So I just started wearing red 2 years ago because my whole life someone was like, I don't know, it was one person, and you know how you just hang on to it? It's like that.
Yes.
The trauma bond. I can't wear red. And so I started wearing red a couple years ago, and I loved it. And I was like, what? The only lipstick I wear is bright red or chapstick. It's just
one or the other.
Yes, there's no in between. I'm like, what do I look like? Yeah. But no, that's really cool. Okay, so can you first of all, look at the space. I love the space. Okay, so disregard that section because we threw everything there. But look.
Yes.
This is amazing. Hi, Amor. Good morning.
Snacks.
Yes, literally, she's got this beautiful space, great natural lighting. And so tell us about the process. So it's like, I walk in, hi, I'm here for the color analysis.
Of course.
What do we do?
Okay, so what we do is we start at the color wheel. So we're just going to talk about, again, the history, the background, the process of what we're actually doing, and what the colors are, right? How are they divided? The seasons a little bit more expansive of what I just did.
Yeah.
And then
the process from start to finish is...
Yes. It's roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay.
So this is very detailed, very specific, very tailored to you as an individual, right? And really equipping you with everything you need to elevate your personal image from top to bottom.
Okay, awesome. So come in, we're at the wheel, we do the wheel talk.
Yep. And then you sit, so the client chair sits right here in the middle of the room, facing the mirror with all the great windows.
Beautiful mirror with, again, great light.
So you get to sit, and from there, what we do is we do the actual analysis process, right? So we're going to actually be comparing the different drapes, really seeing how your skin, your complexion interacts, and determining which season is your best, right? Are you warm or cool? Do you look better in bright or blended colors? And then from there, we go into makeup, because that process is done without any makeup. We want bare face. We want to really see your natural skin from top to bottom, right? And so then we actually get to put on makeup. So you get to try on the makeup. We're going to find the very unique shades that are best for you and your features. So they're going to work with your season, but then even amongst seasons, right, people can still look really different and be the same season. So you get to try that on. We're going to talk about, of course, like eyeshadow, blush, lipstick is really fun. Yeah. Everyone comes in saying, I've never known what lipstick to do. Yes. And that's going to be really helpful for you. From there, we put back on every single drape in your individual season so that you can see them, you know them, we talk about them. And the most fun part is we find what we call your wow colors. What that means is it's like a handful, so maybe about 10 or so of your very, very best colors. So
So hold on, because some people say, oh, I only look good at, or this is my, like, I love wearing white. White is my color. I love white. And that's like one of 3 colors that are, in my eyes, my like wow color. You're saying there's like 10.
Yeah, totally.
There's 10 wow colors that I could be wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. And so you may have your own favorites amongst like the 10 that I think are really powerful for you. But they're colors that just really give you that like commanding, that like alluring presence. Okay. We all know when we see someone walk in the room and we're like, yeah, like wow, right? And that's what the color really does. It's really going to bring everything. So when we're seeing your right colors, we're going to see our whole skin complexion is going to look more smooth, more clear. We're going to have more definition in our cheeks, our jawline. Your teeth will look whiter. Your eyes will look bigger, and the whites will look whiter. Our hair looks shinier, kind of more rich.
Crazy.
It is. I've had people sit and they're like, "This is weird. What is happening?"
It is weird. It is weird,
but it's cool.
And this is lots of questions about doing like in-home party stuff like that. That is not what Courtney does. So Courtney is really that like, well, let's talk about, massages is what we were talking about before we started.
Yes.
The mall 15-minute massage versus the Ponte Vedra in a club.
Yes.
I mean, you can go and get that. You guys can take that Google test online, and it's free, and you may or may not hit. The filters.
Yep, you can DIY it all day long.
And you can absolutely can. But what Courtney offers is a luxury service. This is something that, I mean, you don't, how many times are you going to do this in your life?
Once.
Exactly.
Yep.
One time. I'm going to get a massage more often than I'm going to get this.
Your entire life.
Yes.
You will know it never changes once you know what season you are. From the day you're born till the day you die, you will know your very best colors.
And you know what I just thought
everything.
This would be amazing for a boutique owner, especially just because, and I was just saying you did Lisa, but I was like, you know, just to like, if you know your colors as a boutique owner, and I could go into hairstylists and everything else, but just this popped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know your colors, you're wearing your clothes, people are going to see it. Where'd you get that? At my boutique. Yeah. And then boom. And it really isn't as expensive. I was like, well, what is your price? Like, what? I don't even know how this works. Like, what's the cost? And it's not nearly as expensive. I was thinking if you do it once in your life, it's probably $1,000, to be honest. Yeah. No. I was like, $9.95. Do you take payment plans? No. How about a firm? But no, so how much is, the session is about 2 hours. You go over the color wheel. You go over, you match people, you go over their makeup. Yep. Jewelry color, hair colors. Okay. Everything. I love that. Yeah. And so, and then the session is how much money? Yes. So the session is $295 for an individual, or there's a group discount on my website as well. But what you really get to leave with is, so first and foremost, you get
your color fan. This is like your new little BFF. This literally will change the game for you, for your closet, for your wardrobe here on out, right? And so this is how you actually find your color fans. You have a physical copy, so you can take it to the stores, you can put it in your purse, you can have it open when you shop online. So that way, this is the difference between doing the online quiz and saying, okay, I'm an autumn, and you still have no idea what that actually means.
Yes.
I've like been there, done that. I'm guilty myself, right? Versus actually understanding, no, this is a color, like this was a wow color. I'm speaking on stage. I need to find this color.
Yes, and that's a big thing, especially I was just thinking of Angelica. She speaks on stage a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking at the reds because I like it again. I love that you have all the colors, just a different shade in your packet.
Yes.
Whereas I won't wear an orange because I'm like, I don't look good in orange. And I'm like, but wait, every packet has an orange. It's just a different shade.
Yeah.
And I would absolutely take these to the store with me. I would leave it in my purse. I'd probably leave it in my car because I have 75 bags.
Same. That's where I'm.
Yes. Yep. I'd leave it in my car and say, hey, I need to speak on stage. I have to give a presentation. Or even for teachers, it's like you're in front of, I mean, it might be little kids, but still, like feeling confident in your own skin is priceless.
Yes.
It is.
And it really is. And that's why I always say that seeing is believing. When you actually see the evidence for yourself of what you look good in, because also, like, how guilty are we of giving clothes the power, right? Like, how many times have we cried over clothes?
Yep.
Or we have nothing to wear, or why does this not fit? Or I bought the top I saw on the influencer that looked amazing, and I'm trying it on, and I look like a frumpy sack of potatoes.
Yes.
Like, again, been there, done that. This is the difference in really being able to know and own your unique individuality in a way that just really gives you that confidence, and it really just gives you that security. And I don't have to wonder. I'm not asking my husband, who doesn't know, right? Like, I know. Yes, my husband says, I like that color. I say, I know. It's one of my best colors.
It's like, you like,
I'm like, I would expect this color to look good on me, but thanks for the compliment, right? But like, you know, you just have this piece, and honestly, it lets you kind of step out of yourself and really pour in and focus on what's around you, because you're not feeling self-conscious. You're not worried about how you
can
look.
think of so many times in so many events, and I'm the queen of confidence. I really don't lack confidence, but this has been years of working on myself. It's not like I was just born this way. You know, I've worked for 10 years on getting, just really being so confident in myself, but there's still times, and I'm like, where were we? The Ponte Vedra spa day, and I was wearing this pink bathing suit, and it was, Jess brought it for me, and I'm like, hey, I like the color. I put it on, I'm like, I do not like this, and I'm like, I don't care, but I knew we were taking content videos, and I look at the videos, and I'm like, I don't love that. I don't love it. And I thought about it when I was in it, and I was like, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to ever have those thoughts again, ever. Ever. And I was like, I love the bathing suit. Jess, I do love the bathing suit. It's cute. It's great, but the color, I think it was the color it was a shade of pink. And I only just started wearing pink with BFFs. And honestly, because my girlfriend passed away of breast cancer, and pink. And so it reminds me of her. And so I was like, now pink's my jam because it reminds me of my genie.
I love it.
So I'm like, now I need to find the right pink.
And that, again, because sometimes there's these different things where it's like, we don't know why we don't like something, right? We don't know what we're like. And how many times have you bought something and then you get it home and you're like,
it's tragic.
There's just something
about it. And I don't like
it.
going to return things. It's a lot of work.
On average, they say we only wear 20% of our closet.
I know.
So think of all the money wasted, the time, the space, and also the decision fatigue, right? Because when you're actually forcing yourself to make a decision, but you know in the back of your head that you don't actually love everything you have, so you're trying to like filter through, oh, I didn't like that, or what about like, it really just takes it. It makes it so black and white, so easy. Okay, I know exactly what I'm pulling together. I know that everything in my closet's really going to mix and match in a really great way. And it's just going to create cohesiveness, right? That you're not trying to like, and again, just wondering,
there's so much
put
time
it on and you go.
in my closet. And I have so many items that I'm like, I'll wear you one day. And my new thing is I get rid of it if I don't wear it in a year. And I'm like, I just got to be done. But I have to do that spring. It just reminded me. I'm like, ew, I hate this again.
Now's the time. I hear that a lot, though, from clients that will come in and they're like, I've been needing to purge, but I really struggle to let things go. Like, they just really feel this pull. But this gives you such a clear-cut way of, no, I can let it go. It's not my best. There's something better. This isn't it. Like, and you really can just have that mindset where you don't feel bad anymore. Like, you've seen how it looks on you, and you know what to do.
Swap. Okay, I just got another great idea. This is how things happen. I'm like, all right, yes, we should do a lunch and clothes swap. Where we all bring,
that's for sure.
We all bring our stuff. We set up racks. and we just, because we do it at Bible study the end of the
Oh,
year,
yeah.
and I go with my biddies, so they're in their like
Yes.
60s to 80s, and I get all the good stuff. I'm like the vintage, and I'm like,
Yes.
these are great. Oh, we should do
Yeah.
that. Okay.
And a great way to just recycle, right? 'Cause, I mean,
Yes.
obviously, we know we live in the world of fast fashion.
Yes.
And so to kind of break that a little bit
Mhm.
and to be a little bit more intentional about our closets, our wardrobe, our money,
Yeah.
all of that's
our
really
money.
helpful.
Yeah,
Yes.
so spending the money on this session versus going and buying all the stuff that you don't and won't
Yes.
use is totally worth it. And so after, this is kind of level 1, but it's not named with the level 1, level 2. When she was breaking it down to me, I was like, how do I understand this? How does this work? So the next one, your first session, that gives you all of that,
Yes.
right? And then if you,
Sure
they
you do.
just, I'm like, ew, no.
Yeah.
So I always see it and I'm like, how is she doing that pattern?
Oh,
right? I do,
I love it.
you always look great, and
Yeah.
then I look. So
Yeah.
the next thing that you offer is
Yes.
what?
Okay,
You call
so
it.
color analysis is kind of like our base level, right? And we always say like color will change your closet. It just really will. It'll just give you such a newfound confidence. Style analysis is what we say will literally change your life, right?
Okay.
Because style is so personal. There's a lot of different personalities. And just how do you want to be portrayed? How do you want people to see you, to think about you, to associate you? So in style analysis, we do a personality test. We take your body proportions. So not necessarily your measurements, but basically the fashion industry has decided what they deem proportionate.
Yeah.
Nobody is. Nobody's acting down to like the very inch, and that is how they design clothes. So if you are not perfectly proportionate, we want to know where should our lines fall to create more balance and proportion. We're kind of creating illusions, right?
Yeah, because there's sometimes with those, like your little cinch
Yes,
here at the
the
waist,
romper.
it sits great on you.
Yes.
Right?
Where I would imagine you have a longer torso.
I do. It's very long,
Yep.
and so I'm like, where does it sit?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, if it sits down here, it's like
Yeah.
not good, and then if it sits up here, I'm like,
All legs, right?
Yes.
And so we talk through a lot of like, okay,
Okay.
where do we put our lines? Where do we want to add detail, right? So I love like a little bit flowier on the bottom because I don't have as much width here as I do in my bust. We talk about, again, like silhouettes. Where do we carry our bag? That, again, is going to create proportion. Patterns are a big
Where do
one.
we carry our bag?
Yeah, so it really depends. Like, if you want your purse down here at your hip versus, like, up here.
Really?
Yeah, because where are we adding more width or kind of bulk in our body, right?
Yeah,
Things you don't
yeah.
think about. But the fashion industry, everyone that, like, has it together, they know this stuff, right? The people we look at and we're like, why?
I feel
Why do they
empowered
look
just
so
being
good?
in the room with you. I'm like, Courtney, tell me more. I'm going to steal it. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Okay, wow.
So yeah, and so everything from, again, like, okay, what hairstyles, what haircuts, your face, so what type of glasses, it's very, very detailed.
Wow. What type of glasses?
Yeah, so what
Okay,
shape
so what
of
is
glasses
the
for
cost
her
and time
face?
of that one? Time is
Okay, yes, so it's again about 2 hours,
Okay.
1 hour and a half, 2 hours. And style analysis is $350.
Okay.
And again, so you leave with all these guidelines. My goal is for you to be able to hang up a single piece of clothing and just kind of have it at the store and know you will be able to analyze the fit, the shape, and really the cuts, the patterns, every piece about it, and know, will this work for me, my body, my lifestyle,
Wow.
and why?
And so what you're getting isn't just lifelong knowledge. You're getting the 2 hours, an additional 2 hours if you end up doing 2 classes with Courtney in this space, building confidence.
Yeah.
And then you're getting this knowledge, like I said, the knowledge for a lifetime. I mean, think about this, and now, and this is how my brain again works. Like teenage girls.
Yes.
Think about if we knew this as a teenager.
Yes.
Like if I had a daughter.
Weddings, everything.
If I had a daughter, and I have
Yeah.
boys. Do you style a lot of boys?
Not very
Probably
good.
not.
I have a few men, but no,
I couldn't see my boys.
They love color though. Man, I'm
Yes.
telling, I get them, yes. And like,
Huh.
but it's kind of in this weird way where they act like their wife dragged them here, but then they are
They're
like,
like,
so
hello.
into it. Yes, so into it every single time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just curious. It's crossed my mind. I'm like, I don't have any girls, but we'll get maybe Zimri. We'll get Zimri in here. So okay. With that being said, I love all of this, guys. If you're watching later on, just hit that like and love button. Just so the algorithm picks it up. It's in the group. We're going to tag everyone anyways. You're going to see it. We're going to put it on YouTube. We're going to do all the things. Do you have the special that you wanted to offer for Mother's Day? Which, guys, ladies, send this to your husband. If you're your husband might be a great gift giver. But to lighten their load for Mother's Day, tell them exactly what you want. I've gone through 14 Mother's Days. And my husband and I'm like, this is what I want. And because you try so hard, it's a waste of money. I'm like, He's stressed about it. Father's Day, same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
gift giving is not my love language.
Yeah.
I overanalyze and then I panic and I miss the whole opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I didn't do it. But I think about it for a month leading up to it. So if this is something you're interested, literally send it to your husband or significant other or boo thing, whatever you want to call them. I don't care.
Yeah.
But then for Mother's Day, you're offering your special, which is?
Yes. So for Mother's Day, I'm offering $30 off of color or style analysis. That will also apply for group appointments. So I book up to groups of 3. If you have a group that's larger and you're willing to split different days, anything of the sort, just send me an email or you can DM me on Instagram or anything.
So is the group still a 2-hour? Is it?
It's longer. So it's still about, it's shortened in some aspects because some things we do once versus for every person.
I love that
But let's say
idea.
for like a group of 3, it's about a 5-hour day.
Okay.
So most will bring
Spa
some
day.
champagne.
Spa day.
Champagne, snacks. It is, and it's an experience that's really, really cool. And that's kind of why it creates such a good gift.
Yeah.
Because not many people have had this experience. And so it's a really unique and memorable thing that you can give someone.
Okay, guys. Do me a favor. Follow Courtney. What's your Instagram?
It is HOC.CourtneyWolf.
So House of Color dot Courtney Wolf. Is there an E on Wolf or no?
No.
No E. I know. I looked at it earlier. I was like, because you never know.
I
right?
know. Most of the time
know.
there's an E.
Yeah. So no E on the end. On Facebook, do you have a Facebook page or just a personal page?
No, I do.
You do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Probably.
Look it up.
House of Color Courtney Wolf. You'll find it.
Look it up. You'll find it. I know. I'm like, I have multiple pages. Do you want me to announce my pages?
I know. I'm like, what's the name of it?
I will put that in the verbiage anyways, so you guys can just go ahead and click over to her Instagram and follow her. You know what? And then I'm going to ask you guys for a lot today. So you're going to follow. You're going to like this video. You're also going to go to her Instagram and just, you don't even have to read anything. If you're like, I'm too busy, I can't do this. Well, come on. We can all help each other out. Just go to her Instagram and literally, I love bomb people. When their stuff pops on my feed, I go to their page and I just double tap, like 5 posts. And then I comment, and it might be generic, but 5 words or more boosts the algorithm on Instagram. So I try to say like, I love this so much. That's 5.
I love it.
Literally. And they're like, oh, I was really sad in that post. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I should have read it. But you looked so pretty. Like I was just looking at it and I wanted to love bomb you so the algorithm would pick you up. So those are our asks of you today, is to follow her on social media, love bomb her page, tag a friend in this if you want to come and do a group.
Yes.
I mean, is there anything else that we left out? I don't think so. I think
that's it. Yeah. If anyone has any questions, just feel free. Shoot me a message.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love this. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fabulous Friday.
Bye.